The one fun thing about having lights on your shelves is remembering to turn them on, because I can guarantee you, like the past 5 videos I've posted, they have not been on once. Anyway, hello YouTube, my name is Isabel and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing round 2 of my 5-star predictions. This is not at all by any means an original video idea, but I will absolutely have the creator link below. I can't remember who did it at this very moment, but I did this video originally like in April of 2018. It's almost been 2 years from that, and I have not completed the list I did, and it was only 5 books. And I thought, well, maybe I should just finish that last book. I can film the wrap up, do the new one, but I'm honestly a little bit young adult contemporaried out at the moment. I read a lot in February, and I'm still reading one now, so I don't feel like reading a young adult contemporary for a while, and that's what's left on this list. So I figured, you know what? We're just going to do this now. I have some books I really want to read that I think are going to be 5 stars, so I want to talk about them now, and we'll just see if I come back to that other contemporary by the time I've read these other new 5 books. In the original list of books that I read, 2 I actually gave 5 stars. That was The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet and Station 11. Both of these got glowing 5 out of 5 stars. I was incredibly right, and they, if I'm not mistaken, they were both favorites of 2018. They were definitely on that list. Love these books. The next book was a total wild card. I'm so glad that I loved it. It was My Lady Jane by Cynthia Han, Brody Ash, and Jody Meadows. Gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. Didn't expect to, because it's historical fiction and it's kind of ridiculous, but it was right up my alley. Loved it. It was just a little too long, but definitely one that stands out, and I'm really glad with that prediction. The one thing I gave 4 stars to was Saga Volume 1, which is crazy to think I hadn't yet read Saga. Really enjoyed it, but it's really hard for me to give a graphic novel 5 stars. I just struggle to do that. So this was maybe not the greatest idea to do so. I gave this 4 stars, really enjoyed it. I've read either 4 or 5 volumes now in the series. The one book on that list that I haven't yet read, that I have mentioned, is The Skies Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. This is a total wild card still. I don't know if I'll love it now, but I'm a little contemporaried out. I don't particularly want to be reading about grief right now. So this is an on hold one, and hopefully I get to wrap it up with this next set of books. But on to the actual books that I think I'm going to give 5 stars to. The first book I think I'm going to absolutely love and I can't wait to read is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I've been so excited to read this book for such a long time. I think I marked it as want to read in 2017, and I can't believe I haven't gotten to it yet. This is an Asian inspired fantasy that focuses on these like mafia families, and Jade is incredibly powerful in this world. Either it does the magic or it is their currency. I can't remember. I've seen it commed to like an epic gangster film, and that sounds really cool, especially in a fantasy setting. I cannot wait to read this book. A lot of people who are incredibly passionate about the Poppy War series and the Daevabad trilogy, 2 trilogies that I absolutely adore, also love this one, and our tastes are kind of similar, so I think I'm really gonna love this. I hope it's a 5-star read. Side note, don't you find saying that you're gonna give 5 stars to a book super difficult? Because I said it in 2018 and I say it now. I know when I'm going to like a book, or I have a really good feeling about that, but giving it a 5-star is a struggle. And even saying it now for some of these books, I'm like, am I? But these ones have a good chance. A decent shot. But book number 2 on this list is Criers War by Nina Varela. This book is super hyped. I think I'm gonna love this book for quite a few reasons. One of them being that it's a fantasy sci-fi blend. It's got a really unique premise, and it is female-female romance relationship, whatever you want to call it, between a sort of maid cyborgy type person and a human. And they're star-crossed lovers, enemies to lovers, slow burn shit, and I'm so excited for it. I believe the story is also supposed to be great, but the romance is what has me sold in here. I'm so excited to give this a shot. The cover is gorgeous. I really hope I'm going to give this one 5 stars. I've had a lot of hopes for this book. I think it's going to be great. Book number 3 on this list is what actually inspired me to make this video because I've really been wanting to pick it up recently, and that's Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I read Celeste Ng's debut book last year and really enjoyed it. I didn't give it a full 5-star, but it's got a high rating from me, and it's one I think about pretty often. So I think that this one also has a really great chance of me loving it. Little Fires Everywhere is a literary fiction story about this mother and daughter who moves into this like suburbia, and their presence kind of like F's with the status quo. There's discussion here of like racism, intolerance, prejudice, with like a mystery involved. And while I don't like mysteries or thrillers very often, I'm noticing I like the idea of like a literary mystery, which is what I would categorize her first novel. So I think I'm gonna love this. I'm super excited that there's a TV show or miniseries coming out about it. I think that also will be great. Yeah, really jazzed for this one. I think I'm gonna love it. And I don't often say that about literary fiction. The next book I am also really excited to get to, and that's We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. This is a young adult speculative fiction story about this boy who keeps getting abducted by aliens. And these aliens tell him that he is the one that can choose to save humanity. But because of his life and his experiences, he's not so convinced that he should even bother. I've been dying to read this book for years. I can't believe I haven't gotten to it yet, but this ticks a lot of my boxes. Speculative fiction, it's queer. I think it's supposed to be incredibly moving, and then I think there's also rep in here for depression, which I always love seeing. This is some people's absolute favorite books of all time, and I trust them. I think this book is going to be fabulous. I think this is going to be a 5-star. I was really excited because I realized I was kind of going for a theme here, like look at all the green and blues, but this last book kind of F's with that. The final book on this list I am the most skeptical of, because I think I could either love it or absolutely hate it. There doesn't seem to be an in-between for this book, and that is none other than Nevernight by Jade Kristoff. No, I have not read Nevernight yet. Yes, I purchased this right when it came out, and I have the UK edition, which is now so sought after, but I can't get my hands on the other ones, but it's fine. I'm betting I'm gonna give this 5 stars because this is a weird reason, but because people who thought they also weren't going to like this series ended up loving it. There's a couple instances of people saying, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it, and then they loved it. That has kind of convinced me that I think I'm going to enjoy this. Who knows? I could love it, I could hate it, but there are a lot of things going for this series. Follows assassins, bisexual main character. It's a revenge quest. It's grim, dark. I'm excited to give this a shot, albeit nervous. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. Hopefully I like it, and I've really been wanting to reach for it recently, so I think I'm gonna get to it somewhat soon. Hopefully this video was short and sweet. I feel like I talked incredibly fast today. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below some of your 5-star predictions, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!